Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. Thank you to all my subscribers, and I love you all so much. We are creeping up to 4,000. We getting there, and I already have some giveaway ideas, by the way. I already know some things I want to give away. The more stuff I get in my line and all that stuff, the more I have to give away. You know, I got stuff to give away. I'm thinking the DVD, I'm thinking the growth oil. I'm just thinking, y'all could comment below of some things you're thinking of, okay? So anyway, when we get to the 4,000 subscribers, then I will be giving that away. But I have to come up with what we're doing and all that, right? Okay, so we'll figure that out. I will be thinking about that. In the meantime, thank you for being here. I love you all so much. I need to hear from you. I need to know, are you dancing with me? Every one of my challengers for the 3-month challenge, part of the challenge I want to add to is make sure you trimmed your hair this month, because I did, okay? Make sure you trimmed it. Make sure you measure your hair. And make sure that you are exercising, okay? You can do other exercises, but of course I'd love for you to dance with me and just give it a shot. Give it a shot. I promise you, looking at it is very different from doing it, I promise. But I need you to communicate. If you're doing the challenge with me and you're still on this challenge, communicate with me and let me know. Tell me something down there in the description, not in the description, on the comment box. What are you doing? Are you doing the dancing? Are you doing some of the things I'm talking about? The only way I'm going to know is if you talk to me. I can't read your mind. I love that you love this channel. I love that you're watching, but I really don't know you're doing it unless you tell me, all right? So it just will be great to know what's working, what's not working. How's your hair now? Did you get, the girl that was doing the TWA, I want to know, how many inches do you have now? Are you in a different stage? How are you feeling about your hair? I want to hear about the woman with alopecia that's gotten better. Everybody, just tell me how you're doing. It's going to be exciting to see where we end up being in March, right? We are going to be, that should be 6 inches, I think, right? Let me think. That's 1.5 inches. 1.5 inches. So it really should be, no, it should be 3 inches. No, am I right? Yeah, 3 inches. By March. If it's if the slowest that you can go, you should have 3 inches from October to March. That's not bad, That means I'd be an armpit at least, So anyway, I haven't checked my hair in a while. I haven't been looking at growth lately, y'all. I don't know if you're going to go through this too, but I kind of reached my this was my original goal, really, this hairstyle, like for the most part. So I haven't even been thinking about like that much. I'm like, anything beyond this is icing on the cake for me. I've always, personally wanted my hair to be here. Anyway, I digress. So I came here today because I've been talking about treatments. I've talked to you about treatments and stuff, and I've talked to you about loving your kitchen, right? So it's kind of a blend of both because I stumbled upon black seed oil when I was looking for hair remedies and everything. And what I found out is what I've been telling you, that when you take it internally, it's also healthy and it cures a lot of diseases and all kinds of things. I wanted to caution you if you do take this internally, and then I'll tell you about the hair stuff. So the first thing I want to do is, which I might title this as cautions in taking black seed oil and hair growth. I might do something like that. So I'm going to talk about the hair growth, but before I talk about the hair growth, I want to talk to you about, when I'm in my office here, sometimes I get like weird things. My eyes like a little funny. Sometimes I've sniffled. I've seen it on my video. I wonder if there's something in here that's aggravating my eyes. But anyway, just keeping it real. Back to the black seed. I'm going to stay focused. So the black seed oil, I do still love the idea of it as a treatment on your hair, okay? And I have been using it. So I wanted to let you know what I've been using. But of course, I wouldn't tell you until I saw I liked it. You know what I mean? You know how I am. I'm not going to just tell you until I like it. Okay, so it's a yes for work on your scalp as a treatment with fenugreek seeds. If you soak it in fenugreek seeds, and I'm not sure if they put a little heat with that, warm it up. I have that plate warmer that I sell on the Ayurveda Curls site, the plate warmer. This, you can use this. It has a USB cord, so you might want to try it. I don't remember how much it is, but I don't think it's much. And you can use that. You can use a bowl of hot water, whatever you want to do, but just kind of just infuse it, make sure that it's infused, and go ahead and use it as a treatment, okay? Not an everyday thing, but maybe once a week, or, however you want to do it. The pumpkin seed oil, use that once a week. Oil, once a week, like these, not oil, I'm sorry, onion treatment. That's something you could use once a week. I can't use eggs because I think I'm protein sensitive. I'm not sure. So those are some 3 main treatments that I can definitely tell you I think you should try. I haven't tried the onion treatment yet, but Beauty, what she's called, but she does a lot of science stuff. We talked about her with baking soda. Anyway, she does a whole thing on onions, okay, on how it promotes hair growth. Something Beauty. I can't remember. Why can't I remember her name? I've been going on there. I actually have learned a lot from her channel, by the way. But this I learned not from her, from someone else on YouTube, a gentleman that's really excited about telling everybody about the healing properties of black seed oil. I want to caution you because I have like athlete's blood pressure. Okay, so I literally, when I go to the doctor, they can tell that I'm like an athlete because I'm just like I'm really, I don't even know what it is. So I can't tell you the specifics, but I just know that, once they see me, they're like, and I am over 45. So that is a blessing from the Lord. That means I think I have credibility now for you to listen to my lifestyle. I think I've finally arrived where you might want to know what I'm eating, what I'm doing, and what I'm wanting to say, what works and what doesn't, what I'm doing spiritually, because I've gone through a lot in my life and I'm still here because of the grace of God. So when I say that keep Jesus a part of your journey, I'm not just saying that as a cute little catchphrase. I'm saying it because it's real and it really works. And God has put many things on this planet to heal you literally of cancer, viruses, HIV, all those things are on here, okay? And one of them I just started noticing is the black seed. So what I want to tell you about it is that it's supposed to lower your blood sugar, okay? And I believe that, I'm not sure if this has to do with me having that athlete level blood levels, but too much of this wasn't so great for me. I'm going to probably get my blood checked and all that because I take coconut oil every day. I take a lot, and I want to make sure, I want to prove that you don't get high cholesterol because it's another miracle food that cures body dementia and all kinds of things. So I'm taking that. There's the MSM that I take that's also a cure for a lot of things. And then there's the moringa. I was concerned, y'all, when I started taking this internally, that all those other things that I'm taking that does think that it might, I was like, man, am I taking too many miracle things and they might cancel themselves out? Well, I've been taking moringa, which balances blood sugars and does a lot of other things, but one of the things it does is it helps to cure diabetes. I knew that. MSM does a lot of things for the body, amazing stuff. I can't remember all of them, but I did read some of them to you. Both of those promote hair growth. Coconut oil does a lot of amazing things for the body. The most thing that people think is that you're gonna have high cholesterol, which it doesn't do because it's the good fats. It's not the bad. And we can get into it another time. But I'm going to get that checked just to be safe and make sure that that's the case, so I can share it with all of you that, look, I've been doing it. I take a lot of coconut oil and I cook in it so that I can prevent any problems with that, since that's in my family. So God has, so this is kind of chit-chatty, but God has miracle foods and oils and things scattered about the earth. We are all kind of connected, and the world has shrunken now that we have the internet like this and we can talk to one another. So now we can get our hands on this stuff in India, Africa, in different parts of the world. We can find these things now and we can get them in our hands. We can go to Amazon and buy it. If I can sell it on my channels, I will, because I want to make things easier for you. But because it's coming from all over the world, it might take a little bit because, they're coming from Asia. It's coming from different places. So it may take this, a little bit of time. It's just that at least you know that, that I'll be there to watch over all your product and everything. But anyway, what I went through when I started taking this, I figured, I want this. It also is good for the brain as well, It's good for the body. Losing weight. It's supposed to help you lose weight if you take it with apple cider vinegar. So I want to tell you stuff, but just like the baking soda, if I found out that, there's some caution involved, I must tell you that too. So I want you to look into this and definitely topically. That's not the issue. That's something I want to talk to you about, what I've been noticing when I took it topically. But I took it internally and I gave some to my husband. I noticed he had more energy. It seems like men, I don't know if it's, from my perspective when I watch YouTube, a lot of men, and men of color mostly, I've noticed, really talk. Maybe it's because it's called black seed, I don't know, but they seem to be talking about the most. One guy that's white is into it and talking about it, but I don't see a lot of people. It's kind of like I don't hear it a lot. There's a woman and a few women, but the side effect of it is that it does it gets one of the main things about it is that it can cure you of whatever allergies you're having. So if you have allergies to certain things, over time you will apparently, and you can conduct a doctor. I'm not claiming this, I'm just telling you what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that it will keep your cough will go away if you have a chronic cough. If you have allergies that you just can't get rid of. You've had it your whole life. You've had it for a long time, a cough or any kind of allergies. And I think asthma possibly too. I'm not sure, but I know that asthma is connected to allergies in some ways. This is supposed to cure those things, apparently. I can't vouch for it because I never had that. I do get the in the house kind of stuffiness, and I notice in my office sometimes I'm like sniffing out of nowhere as soon as I sit down, or you know what I mean, get the dust or whatever. So I wanted to do with that. I wanted that for that reason. I liked, of course, the weight loss one and the brain and the focus and all that. And the energy is apparently supposed to get a lot of energy. But the side effect is this. If you've been taking it for months and you have been feeling like Superwoman or Superman, which apparently it makes you feel like, you know, amazing, and it happens quickly. If you run out of it and you stop it for a week, what I'm hearing from other people is that everything comes back. You could have had a chronic cough. This got rid of it. And then you couldn't get your hands on this, so then you end up getting the cough back. But I'm trying to compare that to iron pills. So at first I thought, dang, that's like, can it just heal you, you know? But I think that's the case with everything we take. You know what I mean? It's like, as long as we're on this earth until God, we go to heaven, God willing, if you receive Jesus as your Savior, or if He returns and we're caught up in the rapture. Got to push that in there, right? Anyway, but that's true. But we need to be taking care of our bodies, you know, every single day. You know, so we need to be putting things in there. It's like, you know, it's a lot like, I'm going to just use the Bible a little bit. The Jewish people before Jesus, God gave them manna and give us this day our daily bread. It was a daily thing that they ate. That their food was provided for them on the daily thing. Why would God do that? Why don't He just like hook them up for like, you know, 5 years supply? You know, He didn't do that. For some reason, the Lord wants that dependence on Him, I believe, you know? So I may put the same video on my spiritual channel or something because, you know, I think that would serve that channel as well. But anyway, so this is definitely one of those oils and one of those nutritional things or super duper 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 foods out there, I would call it, that you need to intake every single day. And it's got to be a lifestyle, you know. Now, you could just say, I'm doing it 3 times a week. I'm just going to do it, you know, here and there a few times a week. Now, so that's one of the downsides. The other downside is, I have to be honest with you. I hate to say anything bad about this because I'm so excited about what I'm hearing. But I have to say one thing. I've never had a problem. I can't say I've never had a problem with blood sugar. That's not true. I think, you know, I've worked out and felt, you know, when I did my DVD, I was not eating sugar. So I was feeling like, okay, you know, I need some food up in there, you know. So I've had my juicing times where I can feel the sugar levels and stuff like that. But I've never had this before like this. So I started taking it. I did like the MSM. It's similar to the MSM. You want to build. So I took a half a teaspoon, then another half teaspoon the next day. Empty stomach is what this guy was saying. But when you read this, it tells you to have some food. It says for adults, take 1 teaspoon twice daily. If using for a first time, start with a half teaspoon with small amounts of food and gradually increase over a few days. So I did that. I just took a half and that's it. Then I did a half. And then I did a teaspoon, and then I did a teaspoon. So now we're on a 4th day probably, right? And I didn't journal it, so I'm not sure how many days this was. Then I finally went up to a tablespoon. Then I did a tablespoon. And then I decided, well, man, if that guy could do it, I could do it. I'm going to do 2 teaspoons. Bam. So I did 2 teaspoons. And then Saturday morning, so I'm juicing and eating healthy and all that. And I'm doing this, and I'm taking my vitamins and doing all that. I go in to teach on Saturday, this past Saturday. I go in there to teach. I think it might have been the 21st, maybe the 19th, I'm not sure. And I'm feeling funny. I didn't plan to teach. My instructor was going to teach that day, but it didn't work out, so I had to just teach on the spot. So I did an hour of my class. And it's an intense class. I told you about my class. It's fun. It's amazing, but it's intense, you know? And I give it like a 200%, you know? And it's no joke. It's amazing. I love my class. So I finished the class. And I end up doing more stuff. And sometimes when I don't sit down after class and I can feel it, you know, I didn't sit down. I kept working. I kept doing other things. By 7 o'clock that night, and you know, I just got to keep it real, because if I'm going to tell you about this, I got to tell you. I literally was on the way. The family wanted to go to Starbucks and just chill. Literally, my face was like this. I could barely even talk. My whole body went into some kind of mode where I couldn't function. And I thought, what is going on? And I was thinking, well, maybe it's because I'm, you know, eating less because it's January. I'm trying to be healthy. It did not dawn on me, y'all. I was sitting there like, and sometimes I'll have pains. Like, you know, the other day I had a pain in my mouth or whatever. And I have a high threshold for pain. That's not a good thing, you know. And women of color, you know how we we are strong. And sometimes we try to be too strong. And sometimes we need to let ourselves not be strong, you know, let the Lord be strong. In our weakness, His strength is made perfect. But that's another topic. So I have to work on that, you know. It takes a while for me to realize, wait, I'm in a lot of pain right now. Let me take an Advil. You know what I mean? And my late husband, my children's father, he used to have to tell me that. I'd be sitting there in pain. He'd be like, why don't you take an Advil? You know, I'm like, oh, yeah, that's right. So I have this high threshold for pain. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, literally, it took energy to smile, y'all. And I was just like, what's wrong with me? And my babies love me. You know, they have like this connection with me. Like, they're not babies anymore, obviously. My son's 16. I thought, I wonder if he could tell I'm quiet and is he noticing it at all? When they were little, they would have noticed it more. But now they're older. You know how teenagers get. But anyway, I was like, is he noticing? And I don't want to worry them, you know? So they seem to be fine. My husband and my son were sitting there just chilling. I was like, don't they notice I'm quiet? I'm never quiet. So I'm just sitting here like I could barely like smile. And we went to Starbucks and I was eating all healthy. So then I'm sitting there and I'm just like, I'll get a tea. I get my tea and everything. And then I'm so used to overriding pain, like, you know, like we do, when we probably shouldn't be doing that. We should take our rest, take our breaks, have our spa days. We will talk about that another time. But I said, I want a cookie. I had a craving for a cookie. So I thought maybe I was PMSing or something. I got that cookie and woke up like this. And I was just like, that was strange. You know, and I enjoy my cookie, by the way, my Starbucks cookie. The dark chocolate, like, what is that called? It's the wafer. I don't know what it is, but it was delicious. Thank goodness I did, because I don't know if you've heard me talk about this before, where sometimes I'm not in the mood and I'll be going someplace and then the Lord wants me to do something. So sure enough, I was ministering to somebody right after that about the Lord and about, you know, her life and praying over her and all that stuff. Always when I'm tired, the Lord's like, you better stay on it because you are always on mission. So anyway, so time goes by. I come home. I'm chilling. I look on YouTube because I want to learn more about this new thing I've been into and I've been liking. And two and two, I'm like, that's it. So I read one thing and it says something about blood sugar. I was like, that's what happened. So my blood sugar went down. It went too low. The thing with this, the bad thing about it, the only negative thing is if you already are taking blood sugar medicine, or if you have a natural thing that balances your blood sugar, like moringa, which I take every day, or I think the MSM probably does it too. This will lower it even more. In fact, so basically to translate what I'm hearing is that it will lower it from wherever it is. So wherever it is, it's going to lower it. It's not going to be like, oh, it's already low, so I'm good. No, it's going to lower it even more. So you should not take this if you're taking blood pressure medicine. No, you lower your blood. Yeah, low blood pressure medicine. And your sugar levels, actually. Somehow it's connected to sugar levels too. So I don't know which one it is, but I know, I think it was my sugar level, but I think it lowers your blood. Yeah, this lowers your blood pressure. I was just like, ugh. And I think I couldn't even feel better. Like, it took me a while to get myself back. And then I had to have a cookie the next day again. And I had stopped eating sweets for January, you know what I mean? So, and it didn't affect me. And then it's like I had to use the bathroom. I was just like, my stomach was bothering me. So I think when I took, a long story short, 2 tablespoons even for somebody who is, I believe, very fit, too much. I don't know if the men can do it. I don't know if it's my weight. I don't know what it is, but I would go by the instructions here and monitor yourself. And I would not touch this stuff internally if you already have blood pressure medicine or diabetes medicine or any of that stuff, okay? So all that said, I wanted to show you something that I would like for you to incorporate, but I'm scared to tell you to take this internally without thinking about all the medical stuff, because I have never had problems with that stuff before. And so even if you're healthy, this will happen. So I got so scared. I was like, okay, I ain't taking that for a couple of days. So I stopped and I just put it in my hair. I put it in the crown area, and I just gave it a break. And I just started taking a half a teaspoon yesterday and the day before, and I think I'm going to take a half teaspoon today. I'm just going to incorporate it, but I'm not going to go crazy with it. No way. So, but I remember, this is my last thing I want to share with you. I remember when I was looking into biotin with the hair, right? And I remember this girl saying, I can tell my hair is growing because it's itchy. The only thing bad about it is that your scalp's going to be itchy and you're going to be feeling this. Well, I have to be honest with you people, you people, you guys. I have to be honest. I don't mean to call you people because you guys are much more important to me than this you people, but you know what I mean. You get my point. I want to be honest with y'all, is that this summer, when I got that growth, I don't know if the fall, remember I told you in the fall, it didn't seem like it was growing like that anymore. It was whatever. I don't know if it's because the gel is on my scalp when I wrap it, because I can feel the gel on my scalp, and I don't think you're supposed to have the gel on your scalp because this can smother it. Think about it. Gel has a cast. So I don't know if that's it. So I used to put my growth oil on my scalp a little bit, then I put the gel, and then I wrap it, and the gel wouldn't go on my scalp. You know, the oil was the barrier. I don't feel a lot of itching. I take biotin still. I've done all these other things. I'm putting all this stuff, but I don't feel itchy like that. But I use this on my scalp. I don't know if it's this, but I feel the itchy. I can feel the something, you know. I feel it when I put my growth oil in there, and that's it. Like when I just put my growth oil, I can feel the coolness of my hair, my scalp. I can feel some tingling, you know, I can feel it, and I know it's working. But I have to say, when I put this on as a treatment, I felt it doing something. Itchy, you know, like something. So I'm not sure how potent. It must be potent if it did all the stuff that I said it did. But so I would encourage you to try it. And there's another brand also out there. I don't know the name of it, but I know that this gentleman that was talking about, if you put black seed, you'll see him. He's talking about all these great benefits. You'll see all the people talking about it on YouTube. Black seed. You know, you'll also see Ayurvedic remedies. It's an Ayurveda. This is a cumin. It's black cumin seed oil. That's what it is. So it is Ayurvedic as well. Okay. So it's a very, I'm just really impressed by what I'm hearing about it. It's my latest kick. You know, coconut oil was crazy about that when I found out all the medicinal things that it does. Moringa, I was like, yes. Manuka, honey, MSM, all that. Those things are just so amazing. And then I was like, what? There's another one out there? So this is amazing. Just know that don't take it internally. Just don't even do it if you already are taking, and everybody else that talks about this on YouTube says the same thing. And now I've experienced it, and I don't even take blood pressure medicine. I don't take anything. I just take these natural things, and I guess they're working because this stuff is actually bringing it even lower. So moringa already does diabetes and blood sugar. And I believe MSM and all that does with the blood pressure and everything. So we don't really need this for those things. But for the clarity of the mind and the energy, maybe it would be good. So just a tiny bit, I guess, I would conduct a nutritionist or somebody that's a DO or somebody who would know more about what it would do if you're taking these other things. So since I tell you to take all these other things, I have to, and if you are taking them, you might have the same reaction I had. So now that I want you to look into this, I would very caution you on the intaking of this. But if you want to use a fenugreek black seed treatment, I would definitely encourage that. I haven't done the fenugreek black seed, but that's where I was when I was looking at all these things with black seed, and it brought me to the medicinal purposes of them as well. So I'm not sure how chit chatty this is, but I've been meaning to tell you about this, and I'm really excited. And when we talk about loving our kitchen, like where we were last week, this is a great way to love your kitchen, because at the very least, if you don't want to put it all over your head, I would say definitely put it on the scalp, the area. You can even mix it in. If you want to get potent with this, if I really want to get crazy with this, since I know it does that, it grows hair like that, I would mix it with fenugreek, this, and Jamaican black castor oil, make myself a little concoction, and just put it right there in that area and make that like a thing I do. You know what I mean? Like it's a treatment that I'm keeping on that spot just to give it in any alopecia area or anything like that. And just see what happens. I'm curious to see. And please comment below if you have tried it already and you want to share your experiences. If you want to try it, definitely conduct a doctor, nutritionist, or somebody, because although it's, like I said before, even though it's amazing, be careful taking it internally. You can still use it for the hair. It's not like you can't benefit from it topically. This is one of those things I said that, yeah, we're supposed to take care of the internal body, but the scalp is part of the body, and we could stimulate the scalp with different oils and Ayurvedic systems that we believe in, you know what I mean? And hair growth treatments and things. So that can still help. It internally will always be better, but if we can't take it in because you take diabetes medicine or you take blood pressure or anything like that, don't worry. You don't have to take it internally, because I think it really does stimulate it on the scalp, okay? And that's really what I came in to talk to you about. I had to tell you my little story to get to that point. Keep on loving the kitchen. That is what we're doing. Make sure you're covering your hair in the cold. Make sure that you're putting butters if you need to. My gel, this is my gel right here, and I'm actually thinking that it's a thumbs up. I'm working on the rest of the line, the product line, and I have some things to do early February. So mid to end of February, I will have launched the full line with the oil, the Patricia Evans hair growth oil, and the clay that goes with it. It will have, hopefully you're enjoying it. Please comment below. Tell me how your oil's working for you. Are you feeling is it feeling nurturing? Is it nurturing your hair? Are you feeling like it's strong? How are your ends? I want to know how it's working for you, so please comment below. Many of you have bought the oil, so I definitely want to hear from you. The conditioner and the gel. So those are the four things: the oil, the clay, the conditioner, the oil will be the line, and that, God willing, and praying over that. I'm going to be praying over it. Please pray for me if you're a prayer warrior. I could use your prayers. It will be on the Ayurveda Curls website, and I'm going to probably launch it after February 25th, so probably February 26th. I'm going to launch it, and we're going to it's going to be exciting for Black History Month. Maybe I'll have a deal and everything by then. But right now you can get the oils and the clays for now. Turns out that I'm going to go back to just the Ziploc bag for the clays, because I feel like the oil locks in better with the good old-fashioned Ziploc bag. So, see, here I am once again trying to get all fancy for y'all and for you people. For y'all, my lovelies. I love you so much. Trying to get all fancy, and it turns out that the Ziploc bag actually holds the oil in better. So I'm just going to double that and keep that for now until I can find better, because it really works much better with holding in all that oil. I like it. So every video is a progression on the last one, and so just remember follow the dates and you'll know where we are. Well, God bless you all. I love you so much, and I thank you for staying on and watching this to the end. Keep Jesus a part of your journey. If you want to be a part of the family of Christ, you can stay on. If not, I'll see you next time, okay? All right. Join me on Sunday. At one point on Sunday, hopefully by at least 2 o'clock, I'll have my video up for you if you wanted a word of encouragement from the Bible, prayer, and a little movement, okay? Go to Joy Party TV. That's capital Joy Party TV. You can start going to my other channel. I renamed it. There's another one, Ayurveda Curls with Patricia Evans, is the new channel that I'm going to be building so that I can do more hair stuff over there, and we can do kind of blended stuff here and all hair stuff over there. You know, mostly just the hair stuff, and I'll just keep it mostly hair so that, you know, this could be lighter if that's fine with you, and we'll move over there for more. And I'll let you know when that's ready. But if you're interested in getting in the family of Christ, and you're just not 100% sure you're going to heaven, yes, you should be 100% sure you are going to heaven if he returns or if you die. We had a friend of a family pass today that I said to my husband, I said, Jeff, do you know if he's saved? He's like, well, as far as I know, I really believe he's saved. I really believe so. I was like, you really think so? Not that he and I have any authority over that, but, you know, it gives us comfort to know that anyone we love or care about, when they pass on, that they're in heaven, because hell is a real place and there is no way out once you're in. So this is the only time you have to make that decision. Choose today who you will follow and say the prayer of salvation. As long as you're breathing on your deathbed, you can do it. So it needs to be done during you're in this realm. While you're in this realm, receive Jesus as your Savior and turn from your ways and go his way and let him live in your heart and renew your mind. Your body will follow, right? All right, so repeat after me if you're interested in joining the family of Christ. Jesus, forgive me of my sins. I turn from my ways. I'm ready to go your way in all my endeavors in my life. I'm ready to take on a new leaf on life and follow you. I believe you lived on this earth and walked the earth. I believe you died on the cross for me. Come into my heart and be my Lord and Savior, so I can live forever with you in heaven, and I can make you, Jesus, the center of all that I do. Amen. If you said that prayer, like honestly said that prayer in your heart, then today's your birthday, you've been born again, and now you're a baby Christian drinking milk. It's a dangerous place for a baby to be out there without any support, right? So you just take your Bible, and you can just take the NIV Bible, and go to John and begin to read the Bible. That's a great place to start. Okay? You can go onto my channel, Joy Party TV, and listen to the sermons on Saturdays until you're ready to go into a bigger group. You can plan a home church and just watch me, or watch Greg Laurie, which is my distant pastor that I watch from California, Harvest Ministries. Or you can go to a local church that is Bible-based, right? They should be sharing the gospel like this. Well, God bless you, love you, and I'll see you in the next video, okay? I might see you on Saturday if I have any afterthoughts. Bye.